you know, you said HBO Max, so HBO Max is sort of releasing these movies that are
Yeah,
supposed to be released in theaters, and
upending the whole cinema thing.
it's
They
over.
blew it up. They blew it
It's
up. It's over.
over. So check this out. I went to my HBO Max app, and they were like, "Oh, you have to renew your subscription," and I know what that's for, because I use Roku devices. So
Mm.
Roku and YouTube TV are having sort of a battle now. So Roku is like, well, no, we want you to do this. And so now, if you're new, you can't download the YouTube TV
Mm-hmm.
app, right? And I went to HBO. Tenet was there, right?
Yeah.
So I watched Tenet for the first time last night. I will say this. First of all, what is the deal with these long movies? I mean, what is this, The Godfather or something, dude? And I'm like, this is ridiculous.
I love that movie. So I saw that in the theater last
Okay.
year.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I
we
love
got to
that
talk
movie.
about that, man. Listen.
Yes, let's talk about
Okay.
Tenet.
Um, you
I've
know,
seen it maybe 6 or 7 times now.
really,
Yeah,
I think I may need to watch it again, to be honest
you
with
have
you.
to watch it. The
Yeah,
first time I
because
watched it, I was like, "This is okay,"
mhm,
and then I watched it again. I was like, "Holy shit, this is great!"
it's a
You have to
highbrow
watch
sort
it.
of movie.
Yeah, you have to watch it a
Yeah.
couple times because things are not gonna. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happens, and
Yeah.
then I don't want to see spoilers for people who haven't watched it, but
Mhm.
there's a lot of things that happen that you will not notice the first time you watch it at all. And I was watching this guy hit a breakdown on YouTube, and here here's a factor for you. Could you understand what they were saying during the movie? How
Okay.
clear was it without the subtitles?
Okay. Let me tell you something. I'm glad you brought that up. About 30 minutes in the movie, I was like, I need subtitles.
Yeah.
Right. And then it was like, oh, well, wait a minute. He was just like, he was just talking, you know,
Yeah.
I know, right? I like the plot. I'll tell you, first watch, right?
Mhm.
I was impressed with the plot. The trailer makes you think that this is the black James Bond, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, it's not the next or the black James Bond, because James Bond always had women, first of all, right? He always
Yeah.
had a martini shaken, not stirred, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So all these things were going on, right? And the trailer was like sick. And then once you get into the movie, it's a very
Mhm.
intricate, thick, highbrow sort of plot. The storyline is thick and intricate and highbrow as well.
Complicated to say the least.
It's complicated,
Complicated.
and so it was really long. So I watched about like an hour and 45 minutes, and then I just finished the rest of it. I guess the other like 40 minutes this morning,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh, okay. So this is very interesting, but you can also feel the way they left
Mm.
it that there needs to be like a second one, right? A follow up. But I'll
Yeah,
say
yes and
this.
no.
I'll say
Yes
this
and no.
first watch, and I'll just be completely honest with you.
Mhm.
First watch, I wasn't that impressed. And again, I just watched it. But
Mhm.
I also said to myself, I need to watch this again because it's such a tech futuristic sort of
Is
movie. And
complicated.
if you think that way, you want to get into it. You want to know what it was
Yeah,
all about.
yeah.
I did in the middle of it, I started understanding what they were saying because the guy sort of alluded to what
Mhm.
they were not saying and how you had to kind of understand what they were saying.
Well, I'll say this without being a spoiler. There's 2 things that's going on right now.
Mhm.
The volume with the audio is disruptive on purpose. That's why you were like, "What the hell? I gotta put the subtitles on." I saw this in the theater without the subtitles, and I was like, "What in the hell did I just see?" And then I
Okay.
watched it again. The second time I watched it, I had subtitles, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense." But for you, the viewing experience is designed in a way to be disruptive, if that
Mhm.
makes sense.
Yeah,
It's the
it
right
does.
it's designed to be confusing and disruptive, but the clues in everything about the movie is on the screen in front of you.
Yeah.
So, like, everything that's happening the scenes that are for, I guess people can kind of tell things are moving forwards and backwards. So it's a time heist type movie.
Yeah.
But why and what's happening when these things are happening, you're not going to notice on the first watch.